Tongue lash. Aww. He tried to tongue lash Celeste, and that's all Sid wanted to do too.
No.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Playing Final Fantasy VI with the Akamura here. And
Yo.
the world is destroyed, but we are going to enter Tizen and see what we can see.
By the way, I'm watching PyroFalkon play Final Fantasy VI since you name dropped me.
They know who I am. It's my goddamn channel.
Or
my
do
name
they?
is on there twice because of the title cards before I even open my mouth.
What if you're just a special guest with a with
the same voice?
Suspiciously similar voice.
Okay, who do you want to talk to first here in Tizen? Just pick a character you want to talk to first.
How about that old lady in the corner, I guess?
Okay. The Serpent Trench used to be deep underwater. Now it's above sea level. You remember the Serpent Trench? That's the water thing that we rode when we got Mog's special ability. And we had to ride it when we left the Veld to reunite the party so many episodes ago.
Okay.
Some cult of Kefka members have built a tower there. Kefka has a cult.
Who the fuck would follow Kevin?
I don't know. Who else do you want to talk to now?
The old man?
Okay. Wait, what's that?
Come back, old man, I want to talk to you.
My child's inside, do something! Yup, Sabin! I'm
Hey,
sorry, I'm
Celeste.
taking all your lines. Well, we just swapped here for a second. Let's head in!
Wait! If I move, the whole house will collapse. First, save the child that's in there. Can't hold this up forever, so get on the hum. Ugh.
Get on the hum. Whatever. Alright. So yeah, I have a look. Can I escape these battles?
Good God, clean up your house, woman!
Okay, I can leave. So we're gonna just... Okay, I selected an action, so there we go. Alright. Yeah, there's treasures to be had here. If you're interested in risking it.
Clean up your house, lady.
So, I said at the top of the... Maybe I said at the top of the show. Top of the whole series. That one reason Final Fantasy VI means so much to me is that it opened my imagination to do... to write, which is what I live for now, you know? And this exact scenario is what I ripped from the game for my very first piece of writing. In 8th grade, I had a teacher. His name's Mr. Michael Early, and I don't mind name dropping him because of how much he's mean to me. So, Mr. Michael Early, we came in. He was the English teacher of 8th grade, and he told us all, write something. And we asked, what do you want us to write? How long does it have to be? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't care. Just write. It doesn't matter what it is. Just write. So, for whatever reason, I wrote a conversation between Sabin and Cyan. And the conversation they had was about this situation. Cyan was saying something to the effect of that he was congratulating Sabin on holding up the house to save the little boy. I wish I still had that paper, because if I had known what it would have meant to me, I would have totally saved it. But anyway. So I got home, and after writing that, and I got home, and I was really stoked about suddenly having that kind of imagination and everything open up, and I thought, well, if I'm going to be writing about a conversation they had afterwards, maybe I should write about this actual situation. So the first chapter of my book, of the whole thing that I've written, that you guys will never see, I want to make that clear, you will never see the first chapter of that.
Ever.
But the first chapter of that is Edgar and a few others, I think Celeste, going into this house to rescue the little boy as Sabin holds it up. And obviously I took liberties with it because there's no possible way to get Edgar... Wait, no, there is a way to get Edgar this early in the game. Never mind. But you usually won't. You will usually not have Edgar this early when you come into the house. But I wrote it, and I think it was 12 pages long, and I freaking loved writing about this. And I loved the fact that I was able to take liberties with it. Like, to me, it was really significant that I was able to take a story, take, this situation from the game, and say, okay, let's change some things. Let's make it so Edgar's in charge, and let's make it so Tara's out there, and let's make it that you fight a boss once you get out. And just the whole thing made me realize how much I love it. So then I wrote a second chapter where Sabin and Cyan actually do have their conversation about what happened in here. And I enjoyed that. So then I wrote a third chapter about what happens afterwards. And I think I ripped another storyline out of the game. I'll actually have to go back and look at it. And then I started getting into the shipping territory before I realized what shipping was, because in my mind, Edgar and Tara belong together. So I wrote this really long, complicated romance to have Edgar and Tara. Let's see, they went to a dance, and it was this whole romantic thing, and oh god, I can't escape this. So it was just awesome, and it's what grew. It's what grew into what it is now that it doesn't steal Squaresoft's intellectual property. But the most embarrassing thing about that writing, as I said, it was chapter 12. I decided to try to write romance, and again, I'm only, this is 8th, maybe 9th grade when I try this. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with romance. All I know about romance is what I've seen on stupid rom-coms and dramatic romantic movies that my mom really likes. So I wrote this scene, and back then my mom was the only person who
Drop the house!
My mom was the only person who read anything I did. And I wrote the chapter and she read it, and she looks at me and she goes, "Ah, you romantic darling, you. That is not something you want to say to your son." And it didn't piss me off, but it embarrassed me to the point that I couldn't speak anymore. I'm like, "Oh, Mom, no." And I was so embarrassed that I didn't talk to her, and she got upset. She was like, "Why? What's wrong?" Just, that. There's no easy way to end that story other than with my embarrassment. I thought everyone was gone. I'd given up all hope, but fortunately I was wrong. Now I know they're all alive. We need to find everyone, and then... I know. We smash Kefka and deliver peace unto the world. Why are you so sarcastic, you little bitch? Anyway.
I'm sorry. Please don't hit me.
Oh, yeah. To the east, you'll find the Serpent Trench. Further east, you'll find the village of Moblitz. Boy, the light of judgment really fried that town.
Dang, what happened to Moblitz?
So we're gonna go check out Moblitz here in just a second. Now that we've got Sabin in the party, we can change up some relics a bit.
Yeah. It's generally not a good idea to get feedback from your parents, because in my case, my mom was so removed from everything I did that, I remember I was drawing up sketches of a character. I think it was this one guy who I had as some doctor in a war-torn area. It was this whole universe I was building off of, and I was just drawing sketches from different angles trying to, get a feel for his face. Because that's how I do with characters. And I was a really amateur artist at the time, and I remember my mom looked over my shoulder and she's like, "Why do they all have the same face?" And I remember throwing my clipboard down and going, "'Cause they're all faces of the same guy!" And then I just abandoned the project because I was so pissed at her.
Should have abandoned the project. Did you
I
ever?
was 13 and honestly fucked my mom.
Did you ever pick up that project again?
I didn't. There are so many things that I've abandoned.
I hear the regret in your voice as you say that.
No, there's just so much shit going on in my head at once that I can't keep everything.
I don't know if that's better or worse than my system, because for me, I have one story to tell, and that's why I've banked so much on this book, because, like, if this book fails for whatever reason, I mean, I don't have another story in my head. I just don't. So, you know, head north on the Serpent Trench and you'll reach Nikia. Ships still sail from there. Yay. Anyway,
Thanks, showgirl who is still here.
yeah,
Magic
she's like
Line?
the last showgirl. This fucking item, the Super Ball. You throw a ball and it hits all the enemies for very slight damage. Why is it $10,000? I don't know. It's a waste of goddamn money. Anyway,
You're better off spending your money on sleeping bags and also.
there are no tents here?
Hey, green cherries!
Yeah, let's buy some green cherries. I can't believe there are no tents here. You know what? Let's get a couple more sleeping bags. Alright, so, but yeah, I mean, you know, you guys have asked me before, at least as of recording this, who knows, maybe I've done it since I've recorded this, but anyway, some of you guys have asked me to read my book or my story on the microphone and, you know, just to give you guys a books on tape version. I kind of want to, but at the same time, that's putting myself out there beyond, possibly beyond what I'm comfortable with. Even though I've been doing this show for multiple years and I've shared a lot of intimate details with you guys. Just...
Nice shades, Sabin. They're kind of slipping off your face.
They are, and now we have to remove them. It's just... I don't know if I want to put myself out there, because I've put absolutely everything I have into this book, and absolutely everything I have into the story. And if it's not good, I just don't have anything else in mind. I don't have another story in mind. And for it to fail, for it not to be good, for it not to be worth you guys listening to, I don't know. I don't know how I'd be able to handle it. And I mean, that said, I also understand that, like, with any artistic work, not everyone's going to like everything, and that's fine. And even with these videos, I never want you guys to lie to me. If you guys don't like a video or a series or a thing that I am doing, a style that I am doing, I want you to tell me, because I want honest feedback, as long as it's constructive.
Yes, don't.
But, yeah,
When
I
you're
was
giving
thinking of
feedback,
that person.
Don't just say one sentence and that's it.
Exactly.
Be constructive. Give details and sources. It's very important.
So, you know, I mean, like, with the book, I once let...
Are those little pyramid bugs?
They are. They're kind of cute. And I think the tips of their pyramids are sparking. I think that's what's
They
going
look
on
like
there.
Pink Floyd covers.
Aren't they adorable? I just
Aw.
want to hold one. You want Mog to hug one. And now they're all dead.
I want a picture of Mog flipping one over and stabbing it in the belly.
Or rubbing its belly.
Stabbing it's better.
Aw.
It's more in character.
So, but yeah, I had my mom's neighbor read the book in its current form, and my mom's neighbor opened by telling me she doesn't really dig fantasy, but she was still willing to give it a shot, and I'm like, okay. And then when she read it, she returned it and said that she didn't like the content, but I was a very good technical writer, and I'm like, okay, I accept that. That doesn't make me upset. I don't take that personally. It's, you know, she started off by telling me she doesn't like fantasy. So the fact that she does not like the story doesn't mean anything. It's not bad, it's not good. It just is what it is. So, whatever. Okay, these assholes. So these things, the bloom pyres here, they have extremely high physical defense, but they only have a few hit points. So if you have an item that can get through defense, then they go down really quick. Like Pummel. since Pummel bypasses defense. They only have like 15 hit points. So that looks like super overkill.
So they're like metal slimes in that respect?
Yes? What's a metal slime? Is that from Final
No, that's from
Tales?
Dragon's Quest.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did play Dragon's Quest, yes. I do remember metal slime. I don't think these guys have any magic, which sucks.
I remember there's an
running out.
area in 9 where they spawn a lot, and I would like train up my physical attack and just go to fucking town. Oh god.
Oh, there we go. So, but yeah, if you guys are really interested in the book, I've been really protective of it, possibly to a fault. I don't want people stealing it. It's why it took me a long, long time to even start sending it to people.
By the way, if you have been sent the book and try to plagiarize it, we will come down hard on you.
Yeah, especially me. But, I mean, the thing with the book, though, the reason I'm not overly worried about it is because it's the start of a huge epic, so part 1 is not going to do you any good when parts 2 through 12 are in my head. So, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. If you guys really want to hear it, I'm like, the Akamura can even see my face, that I'm like conflicted about letting anybody hear it, like if I read it.
It's
because I'll want it perfect, and that's going to take me forever to edit. But maybe we'll do it sometime for a streaming Sunday or something.
That's the major thing I think about a creative perfectionist is they're sharing a part of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of the game, or a lot of the story that has come from my own life, from my own emotions or my own feelings about it. So every line from it means something.
Yeah. Like...
Also, poppies.
Dogs!
They made little barks. And they can bark forever if I talk to them. Ah, someone's coming! Listen, bark.
Dogs!
And
Doggies.
I like if you talk to them from the back, they flip around and then flip back. Bah. So this is Moblitz. Do you remember Moblitz? It was not comprised of only 3 buildings.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna steal this bed that no one's using.
Yep.
Oh my god, there's crabs in it.
You're going to need to do voices here, but do you remember Moblitz? This is where we bought the dried meat to throw to Gao way back in the day. I mean, this is it. This is all there is in the building now. This was the...
big-ass fucking town?
What?
Wasn't it a big-ass fucking town?
Yes. Well, not big, but yes. This was where the injured soldier was, whose Lola was in Miranda. This is where the soldier had been lying. Remember?
Oh, god damn.
So
Way
he's
to frame
missing.
it horribly.
He's missing.
Or
And now
dead.
this is the post office where we sent letters back to Lola. Those are the only 3 buildings left standing. So we're going to go in here. And the clock doesn't have anything. I head downstairs. And this door was not here if you go there in the world of balance. There's a bunch of boxes and shit stacked up in front of it. You're going to have to fight your way in here, chomps. You'll need to ready your voice here.
Wait.
Tara! Mama, are these your friends? Nod.
Oh, I'm so glad to see that you're safe. I've missed you.
Tara, come on. Tara, come one. Let's go. Unless we stop Kefka, all's lost. That was a productive conversation. But remember the 16 and in love, Katerin and Dwayne? This is Katerin and Dwayne. Tara's helped us all to survive. Ever since she's been here, we've felt hopeful for the future. This is our village. You can't just waltz in here and start barking out orders. The light took everyone. Dad, Mom. A badly wounded soldier passed away here in Moblitz. He didn't make it. That was nonsensical. You're not going to take Tara away, are you? I saw Dwayne kissing Catherine. Everyone here calls Tara Mama. Ah, yes. I know, it's very tragic. Excuse me. Dwayne and Catherine are the oldest ones here. They were only 16. They are now 17, and they are the oldest ones here. Not counting Tara, who at this point's 19. But anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure out what exactly is going on in this village in the next episode. Hopefully Tara doesn't have too much at stake here. We need her power.
What's that one village in Fallout? Little Lamplight?
I don't remember.
It was the village of kids.
I'll have to look that up between episodes. Anyway, but at least for Final Fantasy VI, we'll see you tomorrow for another one. Thanks for watching, everyone.
See ya. The soldier didn't make it, god damn it.
He didn't.